I just like to say thank you
Yeah, no worries,
for
bro.
asking me to come. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into at first. But like, it's a completely different space than I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Never been somewhere where everyone's like so real and like people just talk like just casually as if it's nothing. Even though it's not nothing, like it's like serious stuff that people are talking about. So but yeah, it's been like a different experience, but in a good way for me.
Yeah. Has it helped?
Yeah, yeah, I'd
That's
say.
nice.
Because it'd be things like, with the prompt specifically, normally I wouldn't even consider the thought, it would just be like in, and then just don't worry about it, just like straight away gone. Whereas in a scenario like that, you kind of have to think about it.
It's almost like, not force, but it's like, try and do these prompts just like deepen the experience, you know? Like, this is like Hugo's bag. Like, that's Hugo's thing, as a psychologist and like a therapist. So, you know, when we sort of bring both of our modalities together, the way that I view shamanism, the way that he views psychology, and the way that I view psychology, and the way that he views shamanism, it's almost like overlaps just perfectly, you know. So yeah, we sort of like come up with these amazing things to deepen the experience from a shamanic perspective, but also from real time, like psychology, psychotherapy. Yeah, it just works. So thanks for taking part, man. I appreciate it. I mentioned to boys yesterday. I said it's really important for me that even though you've come as the photographer, you're still involved with everything, because like I remember being a photographer and going and doing like a photo shoot for somebody and they'll all be eating, you'll be sat inside. It's like, it's annoying. It was annoying for me because it's like, I want to be a part of this thing as well, like, because then I capture better moments, because I feel like I belong to this group, you know, rather than me just stood on the side trying to capture a candid moment. Or if I was in the conversation and you was talking about something and it was a funny topic, I knew that I would be able to capture the funny moment. Whereas like from the side, you're almost like looking like, oh, what's happening over there? I wonder what they're talking about. Are they talking about something good? Right, I'll wait to see if someone smiles, and you know what I mean. So it's like, yeah, thanks for coming, bro. Hopefully it's helped somewhere. Or
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely be staying in the group.
yeah, of course,
Yeah,
more than welcome, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got one question for you.
Yeah, go.
Why the Brotherhood?
Yeah, so, yeah, as I've said a few times, like, my best mate committed suicide, and, yeah, I don't know, man, I just, like, that was the fourth guy that I know that committed suicide in my life, and I was just, it was so close to home, and, you know, he in hindsight, you know, you always say, oh, you know, he showed all the signs for like being depressed, being this, being that, but it's like in the moment, it's like he didn't, you know, he didn't. We was too engrossed in the experience to recognise the experience, you know. But everyone was in it. Everyone was doing stupid shit. Everyone was in the military. You know, we'd all experienced mad stuff, and you know, it was all a bit mental, really. But then when that happened, I remember just like, you know, he was on the camp near me, on the military barracks near where I was living, and I was actually just about to go into hold a cacao ceremony in Cambridge for like 30 people, something. It was crazy. It was my first big cacao ceremony in Cambridge, and about an hour just before I started, sorry, an hour to go for a ceremony, I'm like, prep the space, open space, smudged everybody, everyone's like getting in, getting comfortable. I'm outside, you know, just having a moment to myself. I think I was smoking my patcho. My friend rang me and said, he rang me, I thought, I put the phone down and said, I can't answer it, I'm just about to go to the ceremony. He said, you need to answer right now. So he rang me and, yeah, said, Foz has died, and I was just like, no way, I just couldn't believe it. So I just broke down crying, but all these people just paid me to come hold the ceremony, so I was like, oh god. So I went in and just was honest with them. I said, look, my best mate's just committed suicide, but I'm still going to hold ceremony. So I'll hold the ceremony, but I can't stay and chat after. I was like, the minute ceremony's finished, I'm going to leave. I'll still sing You the Icaros. Did that, and then sort of sat with that for a while. I was just super depressed. I was just like, oh, you know, this guy that was meant to be my best mate, I couldn't save, couldn't help, you know. So just found it super difficult, grieving super hard, and then got to Medicine Festival, and I knew that I had to work with men. I knew it from the off. Like, it would come up in ceremonies for me, it would come up in plant medicine work, it would come up all the time. But I knew I didn't want to hold plant medicine ceremonies for men with PTSD, because it's so complex that it's just so complex. So I just sort of like left it, and then I was like, maybe I should set up a men's group. So I went to a few men's groups, and it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't what I was looking for. You know, it just wasn't for me. So I was like, okay, well, what would heal me? You know, and then I was like, what do I find healing? I find mountains healing. I find climbing healing. I find physical exertion healing. I find this sort of thing. So I was like, okay, look to some men's groups, couldn't find anything. So I sort of just set up my own and started running hikes to start with, and holistic retreats focusing on shamanism. But then when I thought about why I set it up, it was to help people like my friend Foz. And what did he like? He liked going on hikes. All these things helped his mental health. So I was like, right, I'm going to start focusing more on that. So yeah, obviously started setting up more hikes, climbed Snowdon, did 3 peaks. And I thought, right, this is what men are enjoying, and how do I deepen that experience? So then obviously, I started working with Hugo, one of my friends, and he started bringing like the psychotherapy and psychology aspect to it, or like giving me pointers like, oh, why don't you try this? So I started trying that on the next hike, and people just having an amazing time, and it really changed life. So I was like, I've got something here. So yeah, then obviously we started looking abroad and looking mad stuff like this, and then yeah, whatever else is to come the rest of the year, which is going to be. Yeah, going to be phenomenal. We're not going to give too much away yet. We're not going to give too much away. We want to almost make it as like a surprise, Stuff that just no one else is doing, man. Stuff that I want to do, I want to achieve, Hugo wants to do, Hugo wants to achieve. All these lads that have experienced this will be so down for it now, It's just, I really feel like finally, after all these years of personal development, plant medicine and whatever else, I finally feel like I'm achieving the thing that I want to achieve, So it's a good feeling, yeah. It feels so amazing. Can't wait to see what's to come,
Yeah. Obviously you've not watched any of these back yet, but I'll tell you a common theme. A lot of people said they don't enjoy the normal type of leader who holds all the information and tells you what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's been like completely different, because even though you're not like somewhat in charge, you're actually in the group and doing everything with them. So it's like obviously leading by example, like you're actually doing it as well. I think that's like really important for people, because it shows that you're just as vulnerable and you're just like the exact same.
Yeah.
I think that's like really important to the group.
I think as well, like, I've just got nothing to hide, I'm just myself. Like, if people don't like me, they don't like me. If people want to fall out with me, they'll fall out with me. If they like me, great. I'm just sort of. I'm just as fucking confused as everyone else in this world. I'm just sort of just trying to see what works and pave my own way and say, look, hey, this is working for me. Does anyone else want to join me? It's like. Yeah, I used to think, going down the plant medicine route, like you have all the answers, or like you're this fucking magical person, but in reality, everyone is, everyone is. I think I've come full circle now, where I'm like, cut my dreadlocks off. I don't need to tell people that I'm shamanic, or I'm into this, or I'm into that. It's like, if you're into it, we have that talk or connection, great, and if not, we don't. Well, I'm still going to do those things. I'm still going to climb this mountain. I would have come to Toubkal by myself, I did the 3 peaks by myself. I did all those things before I set up the Brotherhood, so I'm like, I love doing that, and I find it's like changed my life. It's changed my life, so it can change your life. Do you want to come with? That's sort of what my theory is now. Yeah, it seems to be working, so we'll see. Yeah, just super excited. Like after this trip, I'm like, right, I'm gonna go back, and every morning I'm gonna journal on the Brotherhood and see how I can perfect it, see how I can deepen it. Me and Hugo sat yesterday for a good while and spoke about how we can iron out all these decreases that we had. Even though everyone was like, oh, it just ran so smooth, we're like, oh, well, we need to do this, change that, add that. But yeah, it's amazing. Can't wait to see what's to come.
Yeah. Have you got any highlights from this trip?
Highlight? Probably the Stephen situation. Yeah, the Stephen situation just brought me down. Yeah, it's like usually when I give people like one-to-one work or coaching, I would give them a coaching session. They go away, implement something, come back and say, oh look, I haven't drank alcohol this week, or I haven't done drugs, or I haven't had a nightmare. Right. So it's like I'm relying on their word that they did this thing that they said they had done, that the changes happened within between the sessions. Whereas now, I sort of I give some maybe words. All I did was just relay a few quotes, and you know, Stephen, I sort of knew his background, so I sort of said, look, maybe this is resembling this part of your life, and I said, look, I said a quote, and I said, I'll leave that with you, and just walked away. I didn't try and tell him what to do. I didn't do anything. I let it was open, you know, it was open, like. And then as I'm at the back with my little radio, I tried radioing Hugo and couldn't get to him, so I looked up to see where he was on the mountain. And as I look up, like Stephen and Sam at the precipice of like where the sun was coming through, I just seen him just give him his bag, and it was just like, holy shit! Like I just seen this man just change in the moment, like decide to do what's right for himself, for growth, and burst out crying, and just give Matt and Mike a big hug, and I was just like, this is amazing, yeah. And then the second thing, that was the most life changing, I think. But the second thing was coming back down the mountain, right at the back, making sure everyone's down, everyone's safe. You know, crampons on. You know, minus fucking 10 degrees, freezing cold, and I just radioed Hugo again. Ironically, I was like, Hugo, come in, Hugo, come in. Didn't answer, and I thought, do you know what? I think this is maybe just a moment I just had to myself. I just sat down. I just looked, and I was just like, this is the best day of my life. Yeah, this is the best day of my life. These men made these men go up here. You know, with reverence, with power, with courage, with discipline, and I was like, come on boys, fresh legs, and you know, getting everyone hyped, and it was just such a good feeling. And on the way back down, there was none of that. It was all tranquil, and it was peace, and no one was talking. And we obviously did a few exercises on the way down, and I was just looking, I was just like, it's just amazing. This is the best day of my life. Yeah, I got so much wisdom and knowledge and information about me and how I need to be better and change and adapt. And just burst out crying. I just remember just crying, just looking at everything that was happening in front of me, just mesmerised at how the beauty of it all. You know. Yeah, life changing. Life changing. Like I was, but I know that's why I do this thing, because it is life changing. You know, it's life changing. Yeah. So. Yeah, those two were the pinnacles for me, yeah, definitely. That's good.
Have you got like a message for someone like me, for example, who isn't even aware that they might have needed anything, but coming on a trip like this could just like open up just like a whole new realm of like just, let's say the mask's on so tight you don't realise it's on.
Yeah.
But then when you come to this, not including any of the like the shamanic side, so for the people that aren't into that,
yeah.
Like why would they come in?
People would come to these retreats just to grow as a person. Like, you know, this is why we blend the psychology with shamanism, because some people want to talk about energy healing, and some people want to talk about the chakra system and whatever else they're into, and then some people don't, but realise that they're not the person that they want to be, and they want to be better, and that's okay too. And you don't need to, you know, drink this magical chocolate drink, or you know, you don't need to sing these songs and stuff to reach this place which is higher than anyone else or anything. You might come because you think, oh, I'm interested in climbing. I wonder a bit about me. You know, I'm quite introspective, or you know, I want to philosophise on some things and be a better person for it, and turn up and do that. Like, so anyone is welcome who wants to just be a better person. Really, that's the goal. Who wants to implement lasting change in their lives. Like, we don't care what that change is. We just care that you come, somebody, and leave somebody else, or want to be somebody else, or know how you could be someone else. You know, that's it. Really. Yeah. So we definitely achieved that this time. Definitely. Amazing, man. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, man.